A few years ago, I bought a guitar. Not a cheap one, a real one. The kind that looks like it belongs on a stage. I told myself this was it. Now I'd finally learn. At first I practiced. My fingers hurt. It sounded bad, but I was improving. Then I stopped playing when people were around. I didn't want to look like a beginner holding something that looked professional. So I left it on the couch. Clean, tuned, untouched. Weeks passed, and one day I realized the guitar was built to be played, and it would never sound beautiful if I was too afraid to press the strings. Potential is only worth anything when it is used. But one would ask, do I actually have it? How do you achieve it? What is your true potential? For a long time, I thought potential was something you either had or you didn't. A fixed trait, a quiet advantage, something hidden inside you, waiting for the right moment. But the more I paid attention, the more I started noticing a pattern. There was something else at play, something most people never question. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Because the difference isn't loud, it's quiet, and it decides everything.
Harper got a piece of it. It comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship, and it's their second three-peat.
6 championships, 5 MVPs, the most dominant run in modern sports history. Michael Jordan was the embodiment of greatness. But he wasn't always the icon. In 1978, as a sophomore at Laney High School, Jordan was famously cut from the varsity basketball team. He was told he wasn't tall enough or skilled enough to compete at that level. He spent that season on the junior varsity bench, watching the team he wanted to lead play without him. Most people would have been devastated. For the average teenager, a rejection like that is a signal to stop, a reason to find a new hobby or accept that they just don't have the potential. So why didn't he quit? Why did the failure that breaks most people only make him work harder? It's the year 2000. The NFL scouts were looking at the player's physical stats and saw a disaster. The draft report stated, poor build, skinny, lacks great physical stature and strength, lacks mobility and ability to avoid the pass rush.
For so many football players who are college stars. Among the last 6 picks taken, a familiar name.
He was so overlooked that 198 players were chosen before him. Later in his career, he would win 7 Super Bowls.
Tom Brady.
All of us are in here tonight because of one person, Tom Brady.
They have completed the greatest comeback in Super Bowl history, led by the greatest quarterback, Tom Brady, Super Bowl champion for the 7th time.
Tom was this skinny, frail guy with no muscle definition and a total lack of stature. The data backed it up also. He ran a 5.28 second 40-yard dash, which is essentially a breaststroke by NFL standards. The scouts were brutal. They noted he was too slow, too weak, and too fragile to play on Sundays.
And gets knocked down easily. That kind of gets me fired up because I'm thinking, what the hell do these people know?
Stress. You need to be stressed and still move forward. Every time you hesitate, you train yourself to hesitate again. Every time you avoid the attempt, you become the kind of person who avoids. 2 men, different sports. Both became the greatest at what they did. Potential is not a hidden gift or a guaranteed future. It's a decision to act before you feel ready. That's where you meet who you really are. Michael Jordan missed nearly half his shots. He didn't wait to feel confident. He kept shooting. If you think your potential will wait for you, it won't. Unused potential doesn't explode. It just becomes your normal. And one day, you won't even call it potential anymore. You'll just call it what could have been.